Yeah, when I was young, it wasn't there. I mean, I remember when Butterscotch first hit the scene, and they didn't. It just people were shocked. People, they didn't know what to do. I remember, people covering their children's eyes, and people just hanging garlic on their door, and all the people that it just because it had never been. This is back when they only had a certain amount of flavors in existence. They had strawberry, and they had vanilla, they had chocolate. Those are easy. That's basic. That's your natural three. And then somebody come along with a mint. Somebody come along with a banana. And and then the flavor the palette, the flavor rainbow was getting thicker. And then somebody added in, I don't even know what they added in at that point. Peanut butter, bacon, raspberry. Some asshole said, hey, what about raspberry? And people said, oh, all right, dang it. And things was getting wild. And then I remember Butterscotch hit. And I remember where I was, man. I was in second grade, and I was in math class, I didn't know what was going on. They were talking about, addition and subtraction, and my world was just starting to damn fall apart. And somebody handed me one of them BS's, baby, just wrapped up in a beautiful little cellophane skirt. Just in a little damn plastic straitjacket, just sealed off at both ends. And I opened that bastard up and I put it in my mouth, and I just, it was like somebody had just, it was butter and scotch, it just, people didn't know. It did, nobody done anything like this. Maybe you'd seen it written on a toilet wall or something, Larry loves butter and Larry loves scotch. But you'd never see Larry loves butterscotch. You wouldn't see it. And then it hit the scene, and it was, all the fatties, all the thicky thicks out there wanted that butter, and all the drunky drips out there wanted that scotch. And you'd see people fist fighting for them. You'd see people just beating their damn stepdaddies with a frickin', just beat. You'd see somebody beating somebody else with a damn bike chain. For a damn Werther's, It was just, it was a different time, baby. It was a different time, man. God is good, brother. Let's get into it, gang. Let me holler at you, step outside. Drunk outdoors. My feet on dirty dance floors. Let's go get drunk outdoors. Now we're cooking with gas on the front burner. Hot wing gas station down on the corner. Cooking with gas on the front burner. Come on. Bumping the junk out the trunk. Let's go get drunk outdoors. My feet on dirty dance floors. Let's go get drunk outdoors. If you got money, you can get a little bit. If you got money, get that hitter. If you got money, you can get a little bit. If you got money, get that hitter. Damn. That right there is the North Mississippi All-Stars, and a beautiful conglomerate of sound and emotion there called Drunk Outdoors. And that is off their album Up and Rolling. And they included that they were thinking about us when they put this hit together. And I was in a bathroom this weekend and I saw a poster for them on the wall as I was holding my penis and urinating. And that's beautiful, man. Good to be here with you. And it is another week we start just tumbling down the hill, just rattling along the road. You know, we are that tumbleweed. Heavy on the tumble, baby. Heavy on the weed as well. And we just keep riding this dirty breeze that is this disease, man, that's doing whatever. You know, it's out there lung chasing these senior citizens. I mean, you know, a lot of seniors are locked up right now. You won't see them, as it should be. But yeah, where were you when a flavor hit? Do you remember? Do you remember where you were when you first learned about a flavor? Because I remember that Butterscotch, baby. That thing came across the aisle. It had been, you know, probably smuggled into, who knows, into the country, probably from the Midwest. You know, smuggled into the country, but already in the country, you know, kind of deal. And it had probably been in 6, 7 children's hands at school before it hit my hand. And I opened that beautiful little brown bitch up. That little mixed mofo. You know, and I'd never had anything brown in my mouth, son. You know, I was young, you know, and I hit, you know, and I put that thing, and I just didn't. It was just when you first had a taste of something new, you didn't know things could exist, man. And I mean, every now and then, still, I got to pull my damn car over if I think too much about a Werther's Originals. If I think too much about a unique type of caramel candy, I got to pull a damn car over. You know, take a break. You know, maybe listen to a little Jeff Buckley or something. I got to pull the car over and relax. Sometimes I miss the innovation of being young, of being new in the world. Because everything you saw was new. You saw somebody, you know, maybe you saw 2 homeless people, you know, one of them ripping and the other one's tooth out by the donut shop, doing bootleg dental. And but it was beautiful. It was new. You know, maybe you see a man hugging somebody in his family too hard. Yeah, but, you know, you'd never seen it like that. It was new. You know, things were different. I like the novelty of being youthful and of nouveau, of things being exciting. There's something beautiful about that. Of somebody hitting you with that, with a new taste. Here's a spare rib, and you're like, well, what is this? Is it, you know? I thought it was from the dang Bible when I read it on the menu. I said, well, damn, is it, you know? Does the church run this place? And my mom say, no, this damn Ground Patty Jr. This ain't, the church don't have nothing to do with this joint. You know, just ignorance and dining. That's when it all merged. What's going on? I got back from Nashville. I had a nice time. Some people say Nashville. Some people say Nashville. And people that say Nashville are obviously out of their damn tongues, brother. You know that. But I had a nice time, and I went out there to Percy Priest lake, camping lake area, kind of place you can go missing easy, that kind of joint. Went out there swimming, just, I wanted to get in that local water. I want to, that's the kind of place that'll cure your jock itch, that kind of thing. You dip locally, bro, you won't scratch, man. Because every June and July, I really come along that that summer, I got that summer scratch going. And one half of the inside of my, near my body, near my little life bag, my little hot sack there, near my them Jolly Ranchers, near my nuts. And I get jock itch around them. And there's no shame in it. I told the man about the church. I remember when I was probably 24, I told this man, I was in South Carolina, and I went in there to the little booth or whatever, the photo booth or whatever, wherever you tell the man the stuff you've been doing that's wrong. And I said, damn, baby boy, I didn't say it just like that, but I said, DBB, Your Honor, I said, I've been having, jock itch. You know what I'm saying? I've been scratching right around the old devil's appendix, man, my nuts. And, man, I think the guy wanted to see my damn nuts, dude. It was, some of these churches, when you stop by in the daytime, that's when the real shady stuff can happen. But yeah, I had a beautiful time in Nashville, man. Went swimming out there at Percy Priest State Park. I walk up, and some lady just sitting in a little folding chair, just yelling at some kid named Audrey. Audrey! And there was a little breeze. I don't think the woman could tell there was a breeze coming in off the lake, just pointing right at her mouth. So all her words were not going very far. And this lady must have yelled Audrey 200 times. Audrey! Audrey! Get off Audrey! And little Audrey, brother, look, I ain't saying she gonna, live a wild life, but this little bitch didn't give a dang, bro. Little Audrey didn't give a shit, baby boy. Audrey, get over Audrey! And this little smokestack, this little lady, she was puffing on it. She was, just locomotiving on the back end of that Winston, baby, just hitting that sucker hard. And it was nice, man. I had a nice time over there. Met this white guy, stopped by, and he let me drive he had a real cool truck, an old truck. This thing got kind of made, it's not really painted, but it's almost like they just rubbed the rust right on the sides of it, and it just, kind of thing. You got to get a tetanus shot if you want to switch into third gear. One of those old trucks. And yeah, just enjoyed myself, man. Really enjoyed myself. What else did I do? Oh, man. Oh, this was the worst, dude. I hit a dog with my car. At night, I hit an animal, a little animal, a fast little animal, a dog. You've seen, a dog. And that, dude, I'm driving, right? And I'm not under the influence of anything except being a little too emotional, bro. And, being maybe a little bit of a bitch sometimes. And, I can't find my retainer. Haven't been able to find it for about a month. So that's the only things I'm really under the influence of. And this dog, this white dog, comes running. I mean, galloping, really. I mean, it almost looked like a real fast little pony. Just like like America's fastest little pony. Almost like one of them little Japanese animals you see on the Instagram when they giving them pills over there in Japan and getting them doped up. And a little, they got a little cat or a little tiger, little Bichon or something got his tongue hanging out of his mouth. and they got to squeeze his neck real hard to get his eyes open. You know, and they say he's a, you know, oh, he's a miracle animal or something. You know, oh, he's a, you know, everybody loves him. Yeah, but he don't have any feeling in his body. You know what I'm saying? That little thing is, you know, he's on so many somas, you know, he's on so many Percocets, this little damn animal, little Mickey or whatever his name was, little NJ or whatever they call him. But anyway, sorry. So this dog comes just running, and man, I slam on the brakes. And it was over, they had like a Greyhound station over there, and I couldn't see it first. I mean, the dog was in front of my car. And I hit, you know, and I hit it, man. I didn't hit it, but I slammed on my brakes. I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel a thump or a hit or anything, man. And I just was frozen in my car. And then two people came running up. You know, this one guy, kind of chocolatey kind of guy. And then this other lady, more of a Rubenesque kind of white lady. You know, kind of lady, looked like, you know, and she didn't have a lot of teeth. I will say that. I'm not judging her. You know, you don't need teeth. A lot of people, teeth is overrated. You know, teeth is something, that's a delicacy according to this gal. You know, she didn't have any teeth. She didn't have them. I don't know who had them, but she, you know, she didn't. And anyway, so they start yelling. They say, back up, back the truck up. And man, I'm just spooked. I'm just scared, man. I'm just sitting in the, so I back up about 5 feet, and I'm in like an intersection. It's not real busy, but I'm around maybe 6th and MLK Jr. Boulevard. And then I see the dog, and he's laying there, and he was like a little pit bull kind of dog, and he just wasn't moving or anything. And so I didn't know what to do, man. And next thing you know, the lady's over by the window, this lady, and she reminded me of like Grover or like Oscar the Grouch or something a little, but kind of sexier, but also, you know, Greyhound sexy kind of, you know, kind of lady that, you know, she probably had skin cancer, bro. I'll be honest with you. You know, if I had to guess, dude. Anyway, man, she starts saying, oh, he needs CPR. He needs CPR. Then other people are starting to migrate over from the bus station. It's right there. So then this other lady says, I'll do CPR for $80. And I'm like, what? You know, I'm thinking that, you know, this is some kind of a scam or something. But the dog is, I mean, I saw the dog running. There's no way, I don't think they could get the dog to lay there and pretend that, you know, I don't know. So anyway, I gave the lady the $80. She starts doing CPR on the dog, and they couldn't get it. They couldn't get it to breathe, man. And this is sad, man. The whole thing was sad, and it happened fast. And then the lady, you know, she was just so angry at me. And man, there was nothing I could have done. Like, I'd never seen a dog running this fast. It was just galloping. Like it was just in a damn contest or something. Like a, you know, just like a damn, like a galloping contest or something, you know, of quickness. You know, like it had been going to quickness classes, and this was its, you know, midterm. And that you know, that little beautiful animal, anyway, so she starts getting upset, and I don't know what she's yelling either. You know, she kind of had like a puppet. You know, sometimes if someone doesn't have any teeth in their mouth, you get a vibe that they seem like a puppet. You know, because a lot of puppets, they don't put teeth in their mouth. It's just cloth and just somebody's hand under it, you know, behind it and under it. And so she said that's how she was. She was coming at me and kind of, you know, getting squirrely a little. And she said she needed money for a new dog. I gave her $60. I dropped that hard 60 on her, and I left, man. I saw it. They had a officer there on the corner, and I asked him, you know, what do I do? I paid for the CPR. I gave 60 for the net, for some animal, a new animal. And he said, look, man, it wasn't your fault. He did help me feel a little bit more chill about it. He said it wasn't your fault. But man, that shit hurt me. And I've had bad luck, man. I hit a dog. I was late for work one time, and I hit a dog over there. I was supposed to be at the seafood joint. And I showed up late, and I was crying, and they fucking fired me. And they had some hot bitches that worked over there, to be honest with you. No offense. Bitches. But they had, some real fucking leg over there. So anyway, man, sorry, I'm horny, and I'm, thinking about the past at the same time. But, what else happened, dude? Oh, so the officer said, it didn't look like you could have done anything. And they shouldn't have that dog down here unleashed. And, man, I'd never seen, this may have been the fastest animal, this Santa's little helper, man. And it just, and I had another issue when I was working on a farm a long time ago. I backed over a deer with a bush hog. And I'll never forget the sound of that, man. So I'm sorry, man. I'm not, I'm learning to love animals more as I get more adult. I don't have any issues with animals. I have had extraneous poor luck around animals and around, animals that are trying to live longer than I guess whatever. I'm not when it comes to animals being alive. I'm not helpful, I guess. But otherwise, I had a beautiful time in Tennessee, man. It just was a way more relaxing environment. Kind of hopping around and man, just beautiful. You get outside of the city and you driving through these neighborhoods, and you see a house that is look like damn, it just looked like a Marvin Gardens or something. It just looked real, a lot of fancy stuff. A lot of old school looking white houses too, man, like kind of real slavey type of vibe, a little bit of them. Some of that's, it's a little too much, but that's just, that's just kind of history kind of stuff. But yeah, you see some houses, you're like, well, it just, we got to do something to future it up a little bit. You see some old school historical joints out there. But that was that, man. I want to let you know the support for this past weekend comes from Manscaped. Who is number one in below the belt grooming? I'll tell you who. That's Manscaped. When I was younger, you wouldn't let anybody come near your crotch with a machine. But how times have changed. Nowadays, you'll take a little machine and put it right up next to your wiener, right up next to your pecker, next to your body meat, bro. That spitter, that penis, bro. Manscaped is forever changing the body grooming game with their Perfect Package 2.0. You can support the podcast. Support the podcast. Inside the Perfect Package 2.0, you'll find an electric trimmer called the Lawn Mower. It's waterproof. It's skin safe. So you couldn't even carve your wiener off if you wanted to. Praise God, baby. When I used to live in Mississippi, I worked on a farm over there outside of Natchez, Mississippi, and they had a fella up there, and his family ran the Ramada up there. And he was high on drugs and took his own took his own penis off one time at a barbecue when he was high on LSD. Sweeney, they called him. Sweeney was his name, and they eventually call him No Weenie Sweeney. When he took that sucker off, bro. Went 1 for 1, 100%. Batting at his own crotch, bro. But anyway, the Perfect Package 2.0 also includes anti-chafing boxer briefs that keep your crotch cool and smelling fresh all day. And look, nobody knows how the summertime can affect that sticking bag like your boy. Keep jock itch at bay. It's time to get this Perfect Package 2.0, and to support this past weekend, get 20% off and free shipping with the code Theo at Manscaped.com. That's right, get 20% off and free shipping with the code THEO at Manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped.com. Use code Theo. Oh, man. I got to tell you how much time right now I have no smoking. Man, I'm grateful for this. Y'all going to be shocked. Right now, I have 5 months, 3 days, and 17 hours. Cigarette free. And sometimes I want one of them bastards, man. Sometimes I want that little snake tail, bruh. Satan's little freaking walking stick, bruh. That cigarette. Mother Nature's dirty little dick, bruh. That cigarette. But I'm 5 months clear off of them, and I will say this. It's nice not to feel like I need to have one a lot of times. That is pretty nice. Now, what I'm only 24 hours off of is, let's take this call right here, and this fella will kind of get into this topic a little bit right here. Onward.
What's up, Theo? This is Joe from Apopka, Florida.
What's up, Joey? Down there in Florida. In Florida, if there's a place you want to run, you want to hide. Florida is it. A lot of criminals at the top. Criminals throughout. But it gets real country up at the top, and then it gets a little more Latino, and then it gets fully homoerotic down there by Key West. Or K-Dub, they call it. Or Gay Dub, they call it down there. And shout out to my little god cousin, Dylan. And he just came out the closet, and his dad took his truck away for 2 weeks. And that's where, that's why, it's, I think, it's, that can happen. You tell dad you're gay, he says, well, all right, you're going to lose that truck for 2 weeks, bucko. You're going to think about this. So that shit is baffling. But shout out Dylan, my little god cousin, hitting them Ubers, bruh. And hitting them wieners out there, bruh. Live your life, little daddy, And, hopefully after the 2 weeks, you get your truck back and you and your dad can see eye to eye and everything will be, moving forward. But that's wild, isn't it? Imagine you told your dad you're gay or something and he goes, well, oh, all right, you gay, buddy? Okay. Let's see you be gay without that truck, okay? Let's see you be gay without that truck. So that's the most rural shit I've ever heard, man. You come out the closet, you lose your truck for 2 weeks, man. PG, baby. Praise God. Let's get this call anyway that came in here right here. And the audio's a little bit low on this sucker. I don't know what's going on.
What's up, Theo? This is Joe from Apopka, Florida. I'm struggling, man. Trying to stay away from that single player devil's intercourse. You feel me? Talking about that jacking off, buddy.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. Baiting your own branch. Hunting butter with your hand, bro. I feel you, man, and I feel you. I got about What time is it? 5. I got about 17 hours of no masturbation right now. Let's hear more. Sorry I interrupted you, man.
Trying to stay away from it, man. I have a girlfriend, and it ruins a lot of stuff in the bedroom. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? What should I do to stay away from that shit, man? Because it's coming for me, bro. I feel the dark arts coming for me. Let me know.
Oh, hell yeah, man. And you can even, now listen one more time, you can hear a dog in the background there.
Bro, I feel the dark arts coming for me.
Right there.
Let me know.
Right there. Yeah, man, well, it's hard. You know, and I appreciate you calling and sharing it, you know, and bringing it up, man. That's the hardest thing I've found. You know, it's so hard to stop touching your own penis, you know, because it's hooked to you. You know, it's hooked to you. It's like tying a biscuit right to the side of a fat fella's head, man. You know. And there's unlimited joy in your own penis. That's I respect what God does, but at a certain point he could have scaled back. He could have took a couple scoops of joy out of your wiener. But he didn't, man. He was just shoveling in the joy into your own, your body dick, man, your penis. And it's too much. And here's the crazy thing about masturbation and trying not to do it. God gave you 2 hands. You could break one of your hands and still jerk off completely fine, brother. Still touch yourself completely fine. And I feel you, man. I mean, sometimes it feels like the devil himself picks my hands up and puts them onto my stick, man, my little body gun, my dick. And I hate it, man. You know, I've been masturbating for 20 years, brother. I mean, if I'd have put that time into the piano, bro. If I'd have put that time into learning the French horn or learning how to do juggling or whatever. Magic. Actually, I'd probably rather just jerk off than know magic, though. That's crazy. But man, I wish I had a way for you right now. Because I don't like doing it. That's the thing. That's my thing. I'd rather save up that nut, that boost. I'd rather corral that energy and feel the fish just swimming against the dam. Because that's my energy. That's my solidity, man. That's my chief. And here I am just, I mean, imagine if you punched a hole in the front of your gas tank while you're driving. It'd be stupid. So I feel you, man, especially if you got a girlfriend and stuff. Just do your best. I think some meditation helps. And just try and maybe even share with your girl. Say, look, I want to apologize if we haven't been sexual because I've been struggling with this. Because, man, I've struggled with a lot over the years. I'd set a date up, have a excitement for a date one evening, and then I'd jerk off at 6:30. And we supposed to meet at 7:45. I call at 7 and I say I can't make it. I'm sick or something. But the truth was, if I've already masturbated, I don't care if it's Christmas. It's like all of my intrigue, all of my excitement, all of my hope and possibility, it's all just gnarled up in there in my chi and backed up in my little body nuggets, man. My scrotum, my nuts. So, But, talking about it, the first thing that's important, and I'm going to see what I can do, man, because I want to, there was a time there where I was really trying to have nocturnal emissions. Hunting that night bust. And I want to get back there. Because when you bust in a dream, man, that's something bigger than you. That's something bigger than all of us. That's when we win. I feel like, man. So best of luck to you, man. This episode, I want to let you know, is brought to you by Blue Chew. If you've had problems in your body, or if you haven't, and you just want to feel that fervor, you want to feel just like 1,000 ants crawled into the end of your penis and are just looking for fun. Well, Blue Chew can help. You can increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. BlueChew.com. That's blue, like the color blue. Blue Chew brings you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. So it's the same as them big guns, man. But this that one, baby. This that chewable. Finally, you get that little snack piece. And say if sex doesn't present itself, at least you had a little snack. You know what I'm saying? You had a little bit of, you had that baby candy and you got that erection. That body gun, baby. You can take them anytime, day or night. You could, even on a full stomach, don't matter. And since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as pills, and that's beautiful. Because the non-chewable, you take that thing an hour later, you don't know what's going on. You can't turn your neck, your cheeks are rock hard. It's scary. Blue Chew is prescribed online by licensed physicians, so you don't have to go to the doctor's office or wait in line at the pharmacy. You don't have to let your neighbor see you sneaking over there to get a little cock pill, to get you a little frickin', that little pedal, that little wand pebble. They're made in the USA too. No more of these foreign ones. No more of these these ones from India make your knees sweat, make your cartilage, deteriorate in your body. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Theo to try it for free. Yep, this past weekend, listeners, support the cast. Blue Chew, and get your first shipment free when you use special promo code THEO. Just pay $5 shipping. Again, that's BlueChew.com, promo code Theo to try it free. The better, cheaper, faster choice. And we thank them for sponsoring the podcast. We had some neat calls that came in. I was thinking this weekend, man, I was recently in my life, I've been really stuck on just the fear side of things. Just really living from a place of fear. Afraid to kind of make a choice, afraid to speak, afraid to... there's just so much fear, I think, out there in the air right now that I notice it for myself. It's starting to infect the other areas of my body and my life, my action. I'm so scared to try something, to do something, to take an action. I'm just trying to stay comfortable. And what I'm missing out on, I realize, is the opportunity for adventure. For possibility. I was over there in Tennessee this weekend, and Nashville's beautiful, man. And I start thinking, well, what would it be like if I spent time here, if I, was back and forth between the two coasts, and, what would it be like? It's like, and then I start to be like, oh, I can't imagine, like, what would, I'd have to find, this would be new. I'd need to get a new vehicle. I need to get a new home. I need to get, all these things, all these things I need to do, all these fears, really. And I look at them as fears. I look at them as fears instead of as opportunities. Instead of saying, oh man, this could be exciting. I would get to do, I get to do this. I get to, I get to see that. I get to imagine what it's going to, instead I'm like, oh man, I have to do this. What about, and I just realized so much of my life I live in the fear side. And I approach a lot of my days and my moments like that. Whether I'm considering a new city or whether I'm considering even dating. I go into dating like that. Oh man, I don't even give things a chance to be love or to be bigger than just a couple dates or just a fly-by-night or a little touchy. I don't really give things the opportunity. It's just too... I just stay in the safety. And I just realize, like, man, I just how much possibility I miss out on. And just how much difference, how, just the risk of kind of letting go of the shore and just seeing what any of the rapids are. I don't know how somehow along the way in my life I just got comfortable with playing it safe. And I think that's fine. I think it's fine to play it safe. I can play it safe when I'm back in the ether. I can play it safe when I'm back in the palm of God's hand or in the ball sack of the great maker. I'm out here and so often I just get stuck. I just don't want to. I just hold on to the branches of comfort so much. And it's just before I even go into things, like I'll see, I'll stand right there and look at the rapids and say how exciting they are. But so rarely am I willing to just really just see what something new could be like. Yeah, I just noticed that this weekend or this past week, because I had so much fear just being in a new place and thinking about just new opportunity. And I leaned more into the fear instead of the possibility. Yeah, it's like I'm almost afraid of just trusting life. I'm afraid of just trusting like a higher power, just trusting that there's something new out there, that there's just, I don't know, I can't explain it a little. I always hedge my bets. And some of that's smart. But man, how freeing it would feel to just say, you know what, I'm going to see what comes. I'm going to lean into the wind and not into the cliffside, not into the rock. I'm going to lean into the I don't know. And not be as safe. because I need excitement. I need, it's such the juice that this whole guava is based on, man. Is that, is just taking a chance sometimes. I'm being a little risque, man. Yeah, I'm not, I guess I started to feel kind of disappointed when I was like, man, I went to Nashville, I checked it out, I was excited, and then I got home and I started to feel scared. I started to feel like, oh man, but everything's going okay here. And it's like, yeah, but maybe everything's going to be okay. No matter what, maybe this will be, maybe something, I need a challenge. I used to love the challenge so much. I used to love to show the world I'm going to do something. And somehow I got so set in the safety. That the feeling I only even know sometimes is the feeling of the net against my back, That safety. Man, I got so accustomed to these training wheels. That I've lost some of the muscle that amazing muscle of balance, of balancing yourself as you ride. We got some calls that came in, man. Let's get into one or two of them. Let me see what we got here. Here we go, right here.
Hi, Theo. My name's Justin Clark from Nashville, Tennessee.
What's up, Justin? I was just in your area, brother. And you have a beautiful area down there. A lot of trees, water, everything, man. Electricity, everything. Baby, do it.
Just calling, because this past weekend, me and a bunch of friends of mine went and camped out at the Tennessee River, because, unfortunately, one of our friends took his own life a couple months back, and we all just now got to do the memorial because of the COVID pushing everything back. And I just wanted to say that if anyone out there is going through some shit and don't think they can talk to anybody, man, just reach out to someone, man, because your boys, your family, everyone's gonna miss you if something happens, and no one likes that, man. And man, everyone just take care of yourself. Look out for everyone you love. Gang, gang.
Amen, man. Thank you for that. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. Yeah, there's a lot of, I've worried recently a lot about, a lot of my friends who struggle with addiction, they can't get help right now. A lot of the AA rooms have shut down during this. There used to be meetings all the time, and then now if somebody's struggling, that, those meetings aren't there. And it's just so, I don't know what's worse. I can't imagine what's worse. I would personally rather take the risk of dying of the disease than not having AA rooms be open. I have one buddy, he's been struggling so hard. Going on benders for weeks at a time, and I just keep telling him, hey man, just hold on, just because there's not those in-person meetings. The Zoom meetings aren't the same. And so it's, just so many levels that people are being affected by the separation of humanity. We need each other. That's why we got arms to to hug, to tickle, to pat that tit, baby. That's why we have to reachers, because we got to feel something. And this gentleman called with another line. Here we go.
Sorry, man. I forgot to add one thing. This is Justin again. But after our memorial service, we went back to our campsite, and we all got a little baggie of our boys' remains. We got some ashes, so.
Oh yeah, that death dust, baby. Oh yeah, baby. God's 8 ball, son. Onward.
We came back to the campsite, rolled up a little doobie, sprinkled our boy on there, a little bit of our boy on that, blowed him up to the sky, man. Mm-hmm. He hit good though, but he made the joint run, but I kind of figured he would. But
amen, man, and that's one way to do it. That's Native American. Smoking your friend's body parts, cooking your buddy up straight into your lungs. That's Native American. There's no other, that's how you do it. Put your buddy, bowl him up, smoke him out, Oh, we cooking up little Randall right now. We cooking up a little bowl of Steven, R.I.P. Steven. I remember we had a dude named Lester, bro, and we smoked his little ass. He was real small. He was just a pony of a man. And we cooked his little ass up and smoked him out of an apple. Praise God, man, back in the day. And that's Native American. Anybody could bury their friend and do, let's put him up there over by the hill by the haunted house. Let's do that. Anybody could have their friend cremated and nothing. Let's throw him out of this, let's throw him off the parking garage of this Crown Plaza Hotel out here near Dayton. But to really celebrate somebody, if you want to get back into the old ways, you got to body, you take a sack of that body dust, sprinkle it into a little graham dish, bro, and cook that bad bastard out. R.I.P. Barbara, give it a little past it, past that freaking little, that John, past that John of little Henry's little ass. And that's a way to show respect. That's called respect. So, but I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it, man. It's funny. You want to take care of yourself. You want to go into the world smelling good, feeling good. You want to go into the world with creams and solutions on your skin that elevate you, that let people know, hey, this guy's a professional. This guy don't want to smell like junk. This guy don't want to look like junk. He wants to be special. Well, that's why I want to let you know about Hawthorne and why you should give it a try. Hawthorne has a website you can go to, and you take a brief quiz that they have set up, and they'll let you know what type of smell good potions and feel good potions are right for your style of human. They ask you how many times how busy are you? What kind of hairstyle you got? Do you have a mustache? Basic things that'll help them figure you out. And next thing you know, they hit you with some easy to buy online luxurious scented goods. Yep. Do you wear Old Spice? Well, that's got to change. Do you wear CK1 from high school? That's got to change. You're going to get the scents that Hawthorne suggests. They'll give you one for work and one for play. No one else has such personalized products. All you do, take a quick 2-minute survey, and Hawthorne tells you the 2 colognes that are best for you. And I said survey, I mean quiz. It's risk-free with free shipping and free returns. See how it works. Throw a dab on your neck. Put a little batch on your back. See if things change for you. Check out hawthorne.co. That's Hawthorne with an E. And use my promo code Theo to get 10% off your first purchase. That's HAWTHORNE. and use my code Theo to get 10% off your first purchase. Hawthorne.co. Smell good. Get the accoutrements. You know, different people make different choices for their bodies. We had a call that came in right here. Let's hear it.
Hey, Theo, how you doing, man? My name's Jesse. I was a United States Mariner. I was a Mariner for about 5 years. I just recently got out, man. Calling in for some advice. My dad called me the other day. He owns a strain of motels over there in Flint, Michigan. He's been in the hotel business my whole life. And
oh, yeah. Over there in Flint, baby, those dirty water motels. You know? Those brackish little bed shops, baby, onward.
He was telling me he wants to get a low back tattoo.
Ooh. Dude, I'm going to tell you, man, you can do what you want, but you also can't get a low back tattoo if you are a man. Okay? This ain't the future. This is right now. And that right there is a gateway drug to homosexuality and probably prison time. And it's fine if those are the things you're looking for. But if you're just looking to do a little snazzy body art, you don't get a lower back tattoo. Especially if you're slanging hotel rooms, man. You're going to have a couple fellas trying to sleep up in your ass, brother, onward.
Being a straight single, man, I told him I wouldn't recommend getting anything tattooed on your lower back as a straight man, but, you know, he's my dad. I want to respect him. I wanted to hear him out, and he said, well, son, I want to get the hotel logo tattooed on my low back. And
well, look, man, you know what, actually, bro? Get it. I say you get 2 flames coming off the side, coming right around to his hips. The end of the flames just ending right down towards his nuts. Get that. Get a big, huge banana right up and down his spine, man. And get the hotel or whatever it is, Ramada, you know. Jerry's tight stay right there above his ass. Get that. Do him right. Treat your daddy right. What am I talking? Why am I saying no when I should be saying yes? Lean into the fun. That's why too much. I'm telling you, don't. Lean into the fun. Take a chance. Rent your daddy a nice brother with that big body hammer for the night. You know, big Stanley the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Get your daddy dick down properly out there. Let him live his life. I'm sorry I said no. I am sorry that I said no, brother. Go on and get it. And I hope your dad does it all. I hope he does it damn all, dude. And I hope he probably does oral. You know, live a little. PC, baby, praise Christ. Let's take another call, man, right here. Onward.
What's going on, Theo? This is Billy Marshall out of Delray Beach, Florida.
Billy Marshall. And man, I fell in love one time with a girl from Delray Beach, and I met her on Twitter. And we texted and sexted and everything. Sent drawings of my dick and everything to her, and she would, you know, tell me what her breast felt like and everything, and describe it and send me, little envelopes and stuff like that with perfume on the cotton and all of that. But, and we texted for months and months and months, and finally we saw each other, and it was bafflingly bad. We could not get along for shit. So, anyway, onward, brother.
And, today was one of the craziest days I ever had at work. I started working at this pest control company in February.
Okay, pest control. And we need it, man. I'd love to see a real, a real little rodeo man out there. Just corralling roaches. Somebody on a Quidditch broom just chasing a bunch of bees, trying to get them bastards to chill out. Trying to keep them away from a picnic. We need pest control. We need somebody out there wrangling these thoughts out there. Corralling these bitches into an Urban Outfitters or something. And helping keep the world tight. Onward.
And today, they're like, all right, go out to the property and go around the buildings and put your rat baits out, the contract with Lumitrack, if you know what that is.
Oh, yeah, man. Killing rats, bro. And look, when you come to the Rat King and you're talking about killing rats, man, you got a lot of nerve. But I respect your position, Onward.
You're in pest control. But anyways, I'm doing the box, and after I do the box, I look up and I see 10 sharpshooters looking right at me with their rifles, aimed right at me. I looked at them, I said, what? And they said, they waved me over. I walked over to them. They said, there's a bomb in that building. And I changed the bait while the bomb didn't end up going off, but the bomb squad was there. And I changed the bait, and then the bomb squad got me. But, man, that's one of those things, too. I was high on marijuana. That was an interesting experience, high on marijuana.
And there we go, right there. And that's the truth of it all. Is that pot can be a gateway drug, man, to bombings. You do a little weed and then somebody blows up your fucking cousin, bro. You get high and suddenly you think they got somebody taped a bunch of C4 up under your Silverado. So I've been high enough where I feel like somebody's trying to bomb me, but to just be high and then there's real bombs, that's awesome, dude. Dude, I remember the drug dogs would come to school and they would come smell everybody in the class, and they said they were smelling if you had any weed on you, they would know. And I remember raising my hand and I said, well, what if you're just high? Will they know that? And the teacher and the police officers were not happy about that. Because I didn't have any weed on me, bro, but I had that shit in my brain. You know that? So, what else is going on, man? What else? They had some neat calls came in. All right, let's get into this last call here. As always, the hotline 985-664-9503. Thank you guys for being a part of this episode, and we have some new items too, new merch items that are pretty neat. We got those Hot Hose Hit shirts featuring your boy Lil Daniel out there, and some other new items, some fresh Rat King vermin with the sermon hitters, and you can check all those out at theovonstore.com, I believe, or through theovon.com. And thank everybody for supporting this podcast and for being a part of my life. I can't wait till the world opens up and I can get back to telling jokes, and thanks for just bearing with me, and we bear with each other. It's been a tough time, man. It's been tough to stay in the joy. There's a lot of things out there trying to divide us. Trying to divide people by easy things. But, we got to refuse to let them do that. And we have to refuse to do that for ourselves, I accept that challenge. I'm not going to let things, if I can help it, I'm going to work harder to not let things take that love out of me. I'm going to lean into the things that are tough and just spread a couple of damn pints of joy jam on my shoulders and just lean head into it. And see if I can't sweeten the deal that way. Let's take one more call that happened right here. Here we go, gang.
Hey, man. My name is Blake. I just wanted to call. I had some things to get off my mind.
Thanks for calling, Blake. Onward.
My girlfriend just passed away of an overdose, Sunday night. And
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm really sorry to hear that. Onward.
You know, I was awake crying all night. And your podcast came out, and at the end, the Evan Bartels song was on 1,000 times. And I don't know, man. It just seemed like it put everything, you know, in the right perspective. Like it was, like I've got to go on, you know, and continue with life and make her proud. And, 'cause that's what, you know, that's what I imagined she would want of me, and that's what I would want of her if I was in her position. And, yeah, and just, it's been kind of a rough couple of days, man. And, you do a really good job of bringing people that's down, in any kind of way. You bring their spirits up, just because I believe it's because you've been there. You've been through a shitty time before, and you've been through shitty times before, and you know that you don't want other people to feel like you did. So, I think that's great, man. Love you, man. Gang, gang.
Love you too, bro. Thanks for the nice words, man. Sorry. I'm so sorry to hear about your girlfriend, man. You know, I'm sorry to hear about that. You know, addiction, that's powerful, man. It's scary. And, you know, she didn't want that. She didn't want to be addicted. You know, it is a real dirty Batman that's out there, man, addiction. But thank you for just sharing what's going on with us, man. I think it reminds us, and you know, I don't want this to be like a downer type thing. It's just, this is a reminder that you know, that life is a gift, that this is a fragile bridge we're walking on. You know, that this is a limited time offer. And that we have to make the most of it. And that it's time to lean in to life. It's time to lean into life for all the risk and for all the reward, you know. You know, that's what it is. It is a chance for us to feel risk and to experience it. And whether that risk is falling in love or trying a new job or trying a new skill, or you know, those are the gifts, man. That's the purpose of it. You know, if I just stand the whole time and I just stand in the safety of it all, then I'm not really getting the most out of this vessel. And I'm not trying to preach at you. I'm just trying to remind myself, you know, just not to be afraid to try something new. Not to be afraid to walk into a relationship with the possibility of it being more. You know, I'm just trying to remind myself not to be afraid to live, man. To make mistakes and to make non-mistakes, whatever those are called, okay things. But either way, just not to be afraid, just to live. But I'm sorry to hear about your girl, and thanks for the nice words, man. I don't know what I'm doing ever. But being alive, it's not easy. But I think it can be easier. If I'm just not that afraid sometimes. And it sounds like that she would want you to be the type of person that just goes onward, brother. Anyway, I didn't mean to, and look, you could always put her in a joint like your boys and them. You could always roll up a J of your lady and huff down and get gassed out. Praise God, brother. We're gonna finish up. We'll finish up right here. Actually, this man is out of Nashville now, by way of Nebraska, and we'll finish up with some of his song right there, and we'll play it for you and for your girl as her spirit goes on, man. Because I do believe that this life here is just this is just a parking spot on a really, really wild ride. And we can do nothing with it, or we could put the tailgate down or the sunroof open and just live it up. Make the most out of this parking lot. Or you could park in the handicap spot illegally and play it safe, man. And I know we need a little bit of both, but man, I'm ready to take this placard, this fake handicap placard off of my dang thing and start to just live a little, baby. Thank you for anybody that called in and that was supportive of the podcast this weekend. If anybody out there is going through a tough time, just know that you're not alone and that people are thinking of you. And let's just do our best to go out in the world and be a part of other people's joy. What happens if you show up to work tomorrow with a gift for everybody? Or with a different attitude? What happens if you show up tomorrow for the boss that you hate and you get him something nice? You get him a little necklace or something. Or get him a little, a thing of saltwater taffies or something from the zoo. What happens then? What happens if I show up to my life with a different vibe? What happens if instead of coming at every day with a sword, I show up with a damn hug gun and just start just slanging hugs, baby. Just double arming MFers. This is Evan Bartels with 1,000 times. You guys be good to yourself, man. You deserve it, gang. And I'm sorry, there's a little well, this ain't sad, it's just a little beautiful, man. Just a little beautiful.
I could see the rain coming from 100 miles away, baptizing empty skylines with the hope of better days. And I tell myself that this will all be fine. Then I watch you from a window I built inside my mind. I wonder why I am the way I am.
Man, it's good.
Every man that's walking will fall from time to time. Every time I feel the thunder, I remember I'm just a child. I would die 1,000 times before I ever let you down.
And next week we're gonna ring all our single moms that we've kept up with over the years, and just do a check-in with them. We want to see what it's like for them as they start to send the kiddos back to school, and just get a couple of takes on it, man. And check in with them magical women, man. Check in with them beautiful mietches that are the single mothers that keep a lot of us going over the years and have done so. Gang, right there, you know that.
T for teeth and I for I ain't worth the trouble that they cause you, so I find I ain't burning the candle at both ends. I just throw the whole damn thing to the fire, and I tell myself this'll all be fine. I would die 1,000 times before I ever let you down. I wish it was easier. I wish I had more that I could give. I wish it was easier. I wish I had more that I could give. I would die 1,000 times before I ever let you down.
And that is Evan Bartels right there, off his EP Promised Land. And you can purchase that album there on iTunes, or check it out however you do music. Evan Bartels. A beautiful song, man. A beautiful song. You guys be good.